Today's video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet, ridge.com/PIMPNITE. The Ridge is a quality, minimalistic front pocket product designed to upgrade from the old, bulky wallet. The Ridge is slim, RFID blocking, holds up to 12 cards and room for cash. It also has over 30,000 5-star reviews. The Ridge wallet comes in a whole range of styles, including carbon fiber, forged carbon, titanium, and many other styles to suit your needs. Ridge also offers other great accessories like phone cases, bags, mobile charging, knives, and a lot of other great quality products. Take advantage of the free shipping so you can get it fast, free returns if you don't like it, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. That's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE, link in the description. Thanks Ridge for the channel sponsor and to all those who have purchased their products. What's up, it's you for today's video. We're back for Ultra Beast theme. 3 years ago, I did this theme, and we are back with the Ultra Beast in Crown Tundra. So I thought I'd do it again. If you want to check your boy out on Twitch, make sure I do this, where I do all my live streams, take battles for theme teams, Pokemon sweeps, all that sort of stuff. Twitch.tv/PIMPNITE. Drop me a follow. Link is in the description. Today we got 3 battles in this video, and I really hope you enjoy. The first battle we have is against Skylar. Now, what I'm going to do right with this team, since there's 11 Ultra Beasts to use here, right, I'm going to be doing 2 separate teams. So I've got one team of 5 Pokemon and the other team of 6 Pokemon. This is going to be the team of 5 Pokemon to start the video off. So we've got Naganadel as the lead here. I've got like a fully set up one. So I've got max speed and max health, right. So I'm going to be setting up those toxic spikes there. I've also got charm spikes on this one too, for and toxic as well. I'm just on top of that. So I really wanted to poison the opponent, as you can see. Now the Hydreigon is going to be the lead here. It's going to paralyze me. So I'm like, damn, I'm probably going to get hit very, very hard with like the next attack. So what I'm going to do, right, I've already put 1 layer of toxic spikes on the field. It definitely wasn't needed that I have to have 2 because I'm running a special strategy for one of my other Pokemon. But I didn't get a chance to poison the Hydreigon. It's going to be a physical set and take me out in one shot with the Dragon Rush. Now, my opponent is also running a theme team too. If you can guess it, maybe leave it below in the comment section. So the next Pokemon here is Gastrodon, and funnily enough, I've got a physical set on this. So we've got Poison Jab, Crunch, Drain Punch, and Dragon Rush. I've got max health and max attack, and I've got Quick Claw as the item. So it's a bulky Gastrodon, so you got to pray for that Quick Claw, right? Now, Hydreigon is going to use Thunder Wave again, maybe expecting me running like a Choice Scarf or something like that, and it's going to paralyze my Gastrodon. So that's okay. I actually managed to get through that, and I get my own Dragon Rush off and take out the Hydreigon as well. So we sort of took each other out with 1 Dragon Rush apiece. Dragon Rush is a little bit of a dodgy move because it can miss. That's the only bad thing about it, right? If it was 100% accurate, it's like really, really nice. Also has that cool flinch stance. Now, also, people in the comment section, what is your favorite Ultra Beast? Leave it below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what yours is. My favorite is Buzzwole, followed closely by Gastrodon. Okay, so in slides Haxorus, I'm like, well, if I get a Quick Claw, the Paralyze isn't going to matter at all, right? So go for Dragon Rush again here, and obviously it didn't happen. Now I see a very special Haxorus. Now, as the Draco Meteor drops, right, it absolutely destroys me in one shot. I'm like, is that a Choice Scarf Haxorus? And Gastrodon is going to go down. I feel like I would have lived it badly if it wasn't Choice Specs. So, did I say Choice Spark before I meant Choice Specs? Anyway, so it's going to take a little bit of damage there. Next Pokemon is my Blastphelon, right? Now, Blastphelon is a special attacking Pokemon, and you can see its head, its balls, its ball is glowing, all right? I nearly said something else there. Anyway, I think that's really cool that it's glowing. So, on this set, right, I've got a speedy special attacker. So, I've got Mind Blown, had to run its own signature move, right? It actually literally throws its head, which looks really cool. I've got Shadow Ball, I've got Solar Beam with a Power Herb, and I've got Hypnosis, right? So go for Shadow Ball on the Volcarona, which is just swapped in, and man, that did no damage at all, like absolutely nothing. So it's very, very bulky. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I might give it a little bit of Mind Blown here. Now, the thing about Mind Blown, it's got very high base power, right? But the thing, like, you got to remember, after you throw your head, and it literally, like, this explodes just like that, you actually take a lot of recoil damage. You lose 50% of your health there right on the dot. So you got to really, really watch out when you use that, right? So we got the Volcarona to go for a Fiery Dance here, getting a special attack boost. The problem is, though, that didn't take my Blast Felon out, and the Volcarona is going to go down. So that was good. I mean, I really had to go for my most powerful move there to take that out. It's very, very bulky. So the next Pokemon we got is the Tyranitar. So I was like, okay, Tyranitar. Now, I've got one move, only one move that actually can do something here, right? Now, with the Tyranitar and the Sandstream, it's very, very bulky. So I was like, okay, I could go for Hypnosis, right? But it might miss and I might waste everything. So what I'll do, right, is I'll go for Solar Beam and get some form of damage on the Tyranitar, right? I know that I'm not going to take it out. I just feel like I'm just a little bit worried it doesn't have, like, weakness policy or something like that. That could be disastrous. Anyway, so go for a Solar Beam there and firing that out of my little circus head. And that does very underwhelming damage to the Tyranitar. I mean, I guess it's better than missing Hypnosis, right? So it's going to be a special Tyranitar, and down goes my Blast Felon. That's okay. Blast Felon did a really good job there. Really dented the Volcarona. I mean, it didn't dent it. It literally took it out and dented the Tyranitar, right? So next Pokemon is Stakataka. This is my third favorite Ultra Beast, and man, its shiny looks absolutely wonderful. So this set is a Trick Room. This is probably one of the better sets on my team. It's a Weakness Policy Trick Room set with Gyro-Ball. So I've run this a lot. I think I literally ran this when it first came out. I was like, that's a wonderful Trick Room Pokemon. So we've got Max Attack and Max Health, the Brave Nature, and I'm getting hit by a Fire Blast. I was like, I hope that didn't burn, and it didn't burn. Thank goodness. Now, I was really hoping, right, that I get hit by, like, I don't know, like a ground type move, maybe an Earth Power from Tyranitar, but that didn't happen, right? I would have been in a bit of trouble if I did too, just quietly. So I've got Gyro Ball, Rock Blast, and Earthquake. So it's like, okay, Trick Room's up. Let's go for Gyro Ball. That'll do a lot of damage, right? Now, with the Beast Boost, right, if I take a Pokemon out, I will get a Beast Boost in attack, which will be very, very good. So you don't have to totally rely on a weakness policy, but like it is a weakness policy. I'm not gonna sniff at that one, right? So we got a +1 in attack, and the next Pokemon is Mecha Godzilla. You people might be able to see what team this is now. So we got Duraludon. I had a funny feeling that this was going to be 69 floors, right? So I've got Earthquake, which is going to be my best move here. I don't think I'll be able to take a G-Max one out, but I certainly feel I'll be able to take Duraludon out if it's not G-Max. But it turns out it's going to be a G-Max Duraludon. So I was like, okay, well, I guess the only good thing that's going to come out of this, I will do a lot of damage, and I might be able to revenge take it out after that, right? So the thing about this team, right, I've got 5 Pokemon, and this is a Steel type, so I was a little bit worried about how much damage I could actually do to it, like if and when Stakataka went down. Firstly, we got the Stakataka. I go for Earthquake, however, they're going to go for Max Guard, and that's going to block, so I'm like, damn. I need to, like, get some sort of quality damage against this thing before, you know, I go down. So go for that Earthquake there. It does a lot of damage, and it's a 2-hit KO, so I'm kind of happy with that. And then someone on, like, floor 69 takes a Midnight Snack and eats a berry, and then it's got more of his health back. So there's nothing I can do about that. Someone got hungry during the night, right? So here we go. We've got a Max Knuckle from the, on the Stakataka from the Duraludon, and it doesn't take me out. And what it's going to do, right, it's going to activate Weakness Policy. Now, this is really good, but it's really bad at the same time. Because remember, right, obviously it's got one more turn of Max Guard. However, the Trick Room is actually going to be ending on the next turn. So they can easily go Max Guard again, stall out my Trick Room, and then, you know, obviously wait that turn and then take me out afterwards. Like, damn, that would be really good. I was very, very set up there. I had like +3 in attack or something like that. So, Duraludon is going to be small again. The building fell down. And now we got the Brick Break on my Stakataka. It's going to be going down there. So, bye-bye Stakataka. But a very, very cool Pokemon. I love Stakataka. Normally I call it Step on Legos. I wasn't the savage this time. Okay, last Pokemon is Poipole here. Poipole is going to be a Choice Scarf set, right? However, I know that I can't take this out in one shot, right? So I've got to get a little bit of bulk, and I've got to go for a Dynamax Poipole. I also wanted to just use Dynamax Poipole because, you know, it's Poipole, right? Now, Narganardale, right, was meant to set up the Toxic Spikes at the start, which it did very nicely. So this is actually going to help my little Poipole out as the battle goes on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use a Poison-type move against Duraludon because, you know, it's a Steel-type, right? So what I'm going to do, right, is I've got to withstand that Dragon Claw, which I do very nicely there, by the way, and get off the Max Wormwind coming off the Dragon Pulse, and that does take the Duraludon out, which is very, very good. With a critical hit, I don't know if that one actually mattered or not, but I'm going to take it anyway, right? So getting that nice little boost there into my special attack, and I've got some pretty good coverage there. I've got a Dragon type move and a Poison type move. The last, I think this is the last Pokemon. Sorry, this could be the last Pokemon. Yeah, it is the last Pokemon. It was a 5v5. I thought they had 6 for a second. So we got a Max Guard here. What I was thinking about doing, right, is I need my Choice Scarf to outspeed the Haxorus, right? So I was like, okay, let's go for Max Guard. Let's dodge that Dracon Meter. I was a little bit scared whether I was actually going to live that or not, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get a little bit of extra toxic damage on the Haxorus. I went for a double Max Guard and it fails. I'm like, no, here comes the Dracon Meteor, and Poipole lives on 18 health. So what's going to happen, right? The Haxorus is going to take some more toxic damage, right? And now Poipole is going to come out of the Dynamax. It once again is going to be able to use its Choice Scarf, which I gave it earlier on in the game, obviously. And now I can go for a Venusaur, which is going to be fully powered up because the Haxorus is already poisoned, right? And that is why I use Naganadel at the start with the Toxic Spikes, right? And that's going to be enough to take out the Haxorus. And that, my friends, is the first battle. What a very nice battle to start the Ultra Beast team off. Thank you, Skylar. Let's get on to the second battle. Now, the second battle today, this was also on my Twitch stream. This one was against Lady Crimson. We haven't had a battle in a while, and I was like, okay, I want to use my Ultra Beast team against her. So this is going to be the second part of my team. This is going to be 6 Pokemon this time, and all the other Ultra Beasts you didn't get to see. So we got a Slowbro lead here, and I've got my Nihilego. Now, I brought back the choice better Nihilego, right? Because it's got Head Smash, right? And it's got, like, the horriblest attack in the world. So we've got Head Smash, Gunk Shock, Iron Head, and Brutal Swing, right? So I was like, let's go for Head Smash, right? And Head Smash is going to miss. It's like, man. You know, anyway, so we got the Slowbro setting up that Trick Room, and I was like, okay, I know that I can probably live one attack really badly and then get a final Head Smash off. And, you know, F's in the chat. So, we're going to go for the Head Smash again. Here comes the Skull from the Slowbro. Does a lot of damage to me, over half health. I don't get burned, though, which is very nice. And I actually get one Head Smash off it, which is very nice. Slowbro's very bulky, though, so I knew that I obviously wouldn't be able to, you know, take it out in one shot, right? Maybe with a crit, I would have taken it out. So here comes the second Scald, and Nihilego is going to go down. But that's all right. If I did land that Head Smash at the start, I would have been able to take it out. Then again, she might have been able to swap the Slowbro out and get a regenerator boost. I don't know. Well, that's another story. So going into Circuitry this time, I'm running a physical set. We've got Wild Charge, Power Whip, Giga Impact, and Hypnosis. Running Hypnosis really brings me back to the times when you could use, like, Normalium Z Hypnosis. Man, I actually really miss Z moves. Like, does anyone else miss Z moves? I really thought they were quite good. At the start, I was a little bit, these are a little bit of a, I'm not sure if I like Z moves, like, too much. But then, like, as I started to use them a lot, and they were very unique, actually really grew on me. Anyway, so go for a Wild Charge on the Slowbro. It actually went for a Slack off there, obviously just to see what move I was going to use. Now, Slowbro is going to be able to eat a berry again. Not another berry. At least it wasn't on top of, like, a 69 floor Duraludon this time, right? So we got Hypnosis. Like, let's go for Hypnosis. I feel like it might swap. But instead of swapping, went for another Skull. So it's like, okay, definitely go for damage and, of course, going for a burn, right? So that is going to pop my air balloon. I went for Hypnosis, and it landed. Now, the EVs on this Circuitry were as follows. Max speed and max attack. I did give this, I gave this Jolly Nature as well. Sorry, I gave it Anima Nature for some extra attack boost. It kind of needed it, right? So Slowbro is going to swap out there, and now we've got the Gastrodon coming, and this was really good. I actually went for the Power Whip on the swap here, and that is going to get absolutely demolished in one shot. A good swap in, but just unlucky that I was carrying Power Whip on this set, right? It's very, very weak to grass. So getting a nice Beast Boost here on my Circuitry and my Special Attack Rises. That's amazing. Now, I've got to explain the mechanics of Beast Boost too for you people that don't know them exactly, right? So obviously Beast Boost, it boosts the highest stat that your Pokemon's got, right? And it does not take into account, like, you know, stat boost, anything like that, right? So it goes off the raw stat, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, go for a Wild Charge here on Slowbro. There's not a lot I can really do here. I know that it's going to be able to take me out, right, with Sludge Bomb. Now, back to the Beast Boost talk, right? If you have 2 stats that are equal, it'll actually go in a priority order from health down, right? So say if you got a highest attack, and say for attack and special attack is the same, right? it'll pick your attack over your special attack if they are the same due to the priority of the stat order. So that's how it works if they're the same, if anyone was wondering. So going to Katana, I'm running a special Katana, Choice Specs, Steel Beam, and old Slowbro gets absolutely rolled there, which is beautiful. I love that. So are we getting a Beast Boost there? I think this actually didn't matter either. Yeah, some of the Pokemon, right, even if you run meme sets, their attack and their speed is sometimes way too good. Even if you drop it with like a hindering nature, it's still way too high to get a Beast Boost from like the horrible stat. So some of the time with these Ultra Beasts that did happen. So swapping out of the Katana, I might leave that for a little bit later on here. And here comes the amazing Pheromosa set. Now, at the moment, I'm heavily walled by Slowbro. I was actually trying to get a sweep with the set. It's a triple kick, triple axle, stomp, like curb stomping Pheromosa, and substitute, right? So the item is King's Rock, max speed, and max attack, Adamant Nature up. So Slowbro's going to be swapping out, and Golospot is going to be sliding in. I went for the stomp there. Man, look at those feet, though. Like, that's actually a spike, and that does a little bit of damage, and I get a sub, right? So it's like, okay, let's go for sub. Let's see what it's going to do. Is it going to use First Impression? Is it going to use Sucker Punch? Is it going to use Acrojet? I'm not really sure. But yeah, it was a water-type move, but it wasn't Acrojet. It was Liquidation, so that's going to break my sub right away. So it's like, okay, I might be able to stop. Like, what I was thinking, right, I seen the Life Orb on Golospot, so I'm like, okay, I know that I can outspeed her, right? I'm pretty sure she won't have Acrojet because you use Liquidation. Let's go for a substitute here. Get that a little bit low with the Life Orb damage, maybe like 1 or 2 more turns, then go for like one of my attacking moves and get this ability to kick in. However, Slowbro is going to be swapping in, and the Golospot's going to be swapping out. So Slowbro's still a sweep, like I nearly said a sweep, a sleep. I was trying to get a sweep with it. I went for the triple kick there, and it does no damage. So I mean, Stomp wouldn't have done much either. Let's be real. So Slowbro's going to wake up, and once again, it's going to be setting up the Trick Room again. I gotta get rid of this Slowbro, right? Unfortunately, I'm heavily walled right now. And also, this team, when you look at it, a lot of them were actually weak to fire. Like, out of 6 Pokemon, I think 6 Pokemon. Yeah, 6 Pokemon. 4 of them were weak to fire. I was like, man, this is really rough if someone brings like a fire type like Pokemon along, right? So now Slowbro is going to be spamming Flamethrower. I'm trying to hold on desperately here with the substitute, and also trying to stall out the Trick Room as best as I can as well, too. So at this stage, what I did right is I went for a Stomp just to get some damage on Slowbro. Maybe one of my Pokemon can take it out at this stage, or I might be able to get like a swap or something like that. So Pheromosa is going to go down to the Flamethrower, but in the future on my channel, people, I am desperately going to try and get that Pheromosa sweep, like that exact set right there, the double triple set. Anyway, so going to Celesteela now. This is an interesting set. Now, this one's actually equal in stats in defense and special defense. So, I think I made it... Actually, no, what I did right, it wasn't equal. I did it so its special defense was 1 higher than its defense. So I could maximize my defense, but still get, like, a boost in special defense. See what I did there? And obviously, I put the rest in health. This was a blocking Leech Seed Toxic Giga Drain set. Very, very bulky. Like, Celesteela is a very, very bulky Pokemon in itself, right? Also, it can be run as a very, like, a nice sweeper as well, like Weakness Policy Sweeper. So, once again, the Slowbro is going to get a Trick Room up here, but the thing about the Slowbro, right, is now blocked in, so it won't be able to swap out and, you know, get its little regenerator boost and then set it Trick Room up again. I've got this Slowbro exactly where I need it, right? So, I can go for a Leech Seed, I can go for Giga Drain, and the only thing I'm really worried about here is a crit, right? So, another Flamethrower from the Slowbro is doing pretty heavy damage to me, and I'm going to get a Giga Drain up here, right? So Giga Drain does good damage to Slowbro. Obviously, it doesn't take it out, but I am going to get some health sustain, and I've got leftovers on top of that as well. So I know that I can withstand like 1 Flamethrower. Like, not a crit, though. Definitely not a crit. So almost back to over half health now, which is great. And Slowbro's going to take more damage from that Toxic Spikes on the field. So Slowbro's got 1 more Flamethrower left in it, and I can go for like, just any move, like a Giga Drain, right? I withstand that on 21 health. It's super effective, and obviously we got the Giga Drain here on the Slowbro, and finally Slowbro goes down, so we'll not be able to set any more Trick Rooms up. Now, apparently, this wasn't a fully Trick Room team. I was asking Cap afterwards if this was like a totally Trick Room team, but it wasn't. So getting a nice Beast Boost there in my special defense and getting another round of the leftovers, which was good. You know, Celesteela was had a little bit of health left. I might be able to get, you know, I might be able to slide like 1 more attack off fight. And then I sent a Cradilla, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've got to get a Toxic off against this thing, right? And however, it was like a sweeping Cradilla with Meteor Beam, and it has the Power Herb as the item too. So that's going to activate the Meteor Beam like right away on Cradily, and it's going to fire that off at my Celesteela. Now, I did get a boost in special defense, but that is not going to matter. I didn't have enough health, and I'm guessing this is probably like a max health and max special attack, modest nature Cradily, or quiet nature, something like that. A pretty cool set. So going to Katana, I was like, let's go for Choice Spec Steel Beam. What does it have other than Meteor Beam? And it's going to take me out with Earth's Power. So down goes my little Origami. I've only got one more Pokemon left, people, and I've still got 3 more to deal with. Can I come back to this game, or am I going to get Shrek? So going into Buzzwell now. This Buzzwell set is an absolute unit. Leech Life, Power Up Punch, Drain Punch, and Ice Punch. This set is, I've got like a Hitmonchan, like Assault Vest, bulky boosting Hitmonchan set. This makes this Hitmonchan set look like trash. It's so much better than it, and it's so bulky. Let's go. So what I'm going to be doing, right, is I'm going to be making use of Beast Boost, and I'm going to be making use of Dynamax at the same time. And just general Buzzwell's insane bulk too, right? So I've got max health and max special defense and Assault Vest, right? And that makes it very, very bulky. Now, even when you run, the funny thing is, even when you run max special defense, right, its defense stat is still insanely high, right? So I think the only stat that you can make, obviously get a beast boost on, right, other than defense, would be attack. None of the other stats can actually even come close. Even if you drop its defense stat, that's the thing about beast boost, right? It goes off base stats. So anyway, go for a fighting type move there. I think I went for my Drain Punch for more base power, and that is going to take the Cradily out, which is very good. Now, upon taking Cradily out, right, I'm going to get not only an attack boost, I'm going to get a beast boost in my defense. So I've just gained a +1 on attack and a +1 on defense, right? And Golspot is primarily a physical attacker, so it's like, I should be able to live whatever this Golspot actually throws at me. So I was like, if I attack first against Golspot, right, I will activate its ability, and it will be forced to swap out of the battle. Now, I know there's one more Pokemon left, and I know that it might have something to do with, like, Swift Swim, right? I wasn't too sure at this point in the game. More on that a little bit later on. So I do manage to outspeed this and go for a max Flutterby coming off my Leech Life. That does a lot of damage there to Golspot, and its abilities actually go to activate. So what Katz was trying to do there was to get a Hydro, to get the rain on the field, basically, you know. And Emergency Exit, unfortunately, is going to swap out the Golspot. I thought I'd get outsped there. I wasn't running any... Actually, I think I could have been running Hindering on this set. So the next Pokemon here, the last Pokemon is Armaldo. And this is obviously a Swift Swim set, also to boost the power of it in the rain, too, if it's got any water type moves. So I'm going to go for Leech Life here, outspeeding the Armaldo. Leech Life is going to do a lot of damage and also give me a lot of sustain, right? So, as you know already, I've already got a +1. I've already got a sky-high defense stat, even with no investment, and I've got max health. And Rock Slide is going to do absolutely no damage whatsoever. So now I'm going to go for a Power Punch and give myself another attack boost, and then Beast Boost is going to kick in again, and it's going to get another defense boost. So this thing is wild. If you can, like, seriously, if you can get this set up, right, it's so bulky. The only thing you got to really worry about is like those flying type moves, right? That's about it. So the last Pokemon is Golspot. It's clearly a physical only set, so I'm completely walling up by now. I just went for a Power Punch here for Disrespect KO, but it failed to take it out. So Golspot, obviously it's typing a bulk, allowed it to leave that one. But thank you, Kat, for the battle there. My Buzzwell was very, very good against the last couple of Pokemon on that team. The Golspot and the Armaldo there. And I hope you people enjoyed that battle. Let's get on to the third and final battle. This was the longest battle out of all 3 battles, but nothing wrong with things being long, if you know what I mean, right? This is a battle against Hunt here, and this is the third battle for the team. I think this is my 5th. This is my 6th Pokemon team. So once again, I'm running a team of 6 Pokemon. So I wanted to do that one again. I was really happy with the first battle I had with the 5 Pokemon. So I was like, let's go for another one, right? So we got a Gyarados lead here. Obviously, Gyarados is never going to stand against a Circuitry. And we got a Venusaur coming in here. So I'm like, okay, Venusaur. I really can't do a lot of damage to Venusaur when you look at it, right? I can go for a Hypnosis, or I can go for Giga Impact, which is going to do no damage, right? So I knew that Gyarados would swap, right? That's why I went for Hypnosis. So swapping out my Circuitry now and going into Katana. So it's like, okay, I want to test and see how much Steel Beam Choice Specs actually does to a Venusaur, right? I feel like it may not one-shot it, but it depends. If it's a sweeping set, I believe it will. If it's thick with like 10 Cs, it's going to live, right? So Gyarados going to slide in here. I went for the Steel Beam. I was like, oh man, this sucks because it's going to get resisted, right? But look at the damage it actually does to Gyarados. I know it's not amazing amounts of damage, but think about Katana's horrible special attack set, and think about Gyarados' bulk on the special side, and obviously not very effective. That was very impressive. So going to Circuitry now, and Gyarados goes for a Thunder Wave. I will say, I didn't predict that. I didn't see the Thunder Wave coming there, right? So this time I went for the obvious Wild Charge, and they stayed in, maybe thinking I'd go for another different move, expecting a swap there. It was worth a try. I almost went for another move than Wild Charge. So Gyarados is going to go down, and I'm going to get a Beast Boost in my special attack, unfortunately. Once again, I discuss why that happens with Beast Boost. So in comes Stoutland here. So okay, Stoutland. What is that going to do to me? Maybe they just swapped it in to get my drop in attacks. It's like, okay, got to swap out the Circuitry here. My attack is going to be too great, right? So I was like, let's go into Nihilego. I'm hoping for like a normal type move here. And here comes the Retaliate. The Retaliate is going to be boosted from the Gyarados from before. And it does very, very good damage to Nihilego, right? Considering I resisted it, right? Now, Stoutland's going to swap out here. I actually went for a Head Smash here, but unfortunately, Diggersby is going to come in here, and it's going to be able to resist that. Now, this Diggersby was an absolute troll, right? I had a lot of problems with it. I also had, like, a lot of bad luck, but you guys will see that as the battle goes on, right? Anyway, so taking some recall damage from the Head Smash, I went for another one, and it missed. I'm like, no! And now Diggersby, right, is going to get a free substitute up, so things are not looking too juicy at the moment. So go for another Head Smash here, and it's going to miss twice in a row. God, Head Smash is so annoying like that. It can miss a lot. It does great damage, but it's the cost of its action, right? So we got an Agility from Diggersby here, so it's going to be able to outspeed me, and it's going to be a special Diggersby with Scorching Sands. And down goes Nihilego. I like roasting people when they use sets like me. So Nihilego's going to go down there. A very, very disrespectful then. So I've lost my Nihilego, but that's all good. Let's be real. It doesn't really stay around in the battle too long. So into Circuitry here. I've got the air balloon so they can't hit me with the Scorching Sands. And now it's got Surf. It's got Surf and Skill. Okay, let me go over this set again. Wait a second. Substitute, Agility, Scorching Sands, and Surf. What is this set? So here we go. We got the Power Whip here. It lands. Thank goodness it doesn't miss. And I hit that substitute with some big old green whips. So that's going to break the substitute there, which is very good. Now they could go for another substitute to hope for a Power Whip miss. But instead of doing that, they're going to go for Scorching Sands. Like, okay. And then Circuitry gets critted. I thought I might live that one. Like, I thought I definitely would live that, but I got the critted, which very, very, it's bad because I would have taken it out with a Power Whip, right? That's how it is. You know, that's Poipole. So now going into my Katana, right? So let's go for Vacuum Wave here. Choice specs. It fails to take it out. I was like, damn, that really sucks now. And of course, right, Diggersby is going to have, it's going to eat a berry. On the top of getting a speed boost again, it's going to have Cheek Pouch. And Cheek Pouch is going to heal it, like, further up. So, like, oh, here we go again. So now I'm locked into Vacuum Wave. I can't do anything. And they get another substitute up because of Cheek Pouch activating. Oh, man, it's not my day right now. So go for Vacuum Wave again. That's going to break the substitute, which is good. So at least the Diggersby is exposed again to, you know, hopefully take out the next turn. So here comes the inevitable Scorching Sands. And I was like, okay, cool, I lived it. That's beautiful, right? And then I got burned by Scorching Sands. Like, man, I got scorched by Scorching Sands. I live on 4 health, right? I was like, okay. This is going to be content, right? I'm going to swap that out, and I'm going to leave it in for a little bit later on the battle. I know something good will happen with that. So we're going to go to Celesteela. Obviously, I'm a flying type, so it's not going to affect me. So now I can go for a Giga Drain and take it out or anything, right? We got a Diggersby actually swapping out and going into Venusaur. Now, this Venusaur, right? This actually really, really walled my Celesteela. Like, as you know, I've got Leech Seed. I've got Toxic, I've got Block, so there's really, and Giga Drain, so there's nothing I can do at all, right? So I'm completely and utterly walled, so I've got to swap out. I've got no choice whatsoever. So now we're going to go into Pheromosa, right? I felt something good was going to happen with this Pheromosa set. So it's going to wake up and it's going to use Sleep Powder on my Pheromosa. It's like, damn, that really sucks. Nothing I can really do about that, right? Now, Pheromosa can hit this pretty hard with a triple axle, right? Now, triple axle, I don't know if it'll take it up, but it'll do some very, very good damage. And now, no Venusaur's going to pop down that Leech Seed. So, like, okay, What's gonna, like, should I stay in and, like, should I try and wake up and then you hit it with, like, a triple axle? I might be able to get, like, a substitute to get around the sleep powder. I'm sort of starting to think what I could do to counter the Venusaur. However, the Venusaur is going to swap out and Diggersby is going to come back in. So it's like, okay, Diggersby, what is it going to do? So I'm asleep once again. I was like, man, I need to wake up, like, I need to wake up stat, you know what I'm saying? So Diggersby's going to get some more health back, and once again, due to the leash, though, this Diggersby will just not go away, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be asleep again. I think that's like the third time, so like, oh, that sucks. So now Diggersby's going to go for a Scorching Sands here. Let's be real, at least it didn't go for a substitute again. And at least I can't get burned on my sleep, right? And that's not going to be very effective at all. So now Diggersby's going to get another round of lead seed. It can definitely use substitute. It could use it before. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up here. What I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to go for a triple kick, right? So it's going to hit 3 times. I went for triple kick, and it only hit once. Triple kick was like 1 kick. Man, I can't believe that happened. Now we got the Scorching Sands here on my Pheromone, so obviously it's not very effective. And Scorching Sands burns me. Do you believe that bad luck? So now it's going to get an extra turn of Leech Seed back on Diggersby, right? So I've got 26 health here. I was like, okay, all right. There's enough beating around the bush here. I can go for a triple kick on this Diggersby, right, and hopefully take it out. Then Diggersby is going to swap out again. It's still alive by this point, I'm salty as. And Vespun's going to slide into the... It's going to buzz into the battle, right? So, unfortunately, instead of going for triple axe, I mean, I could have predicted that swap. I sort of did think about that, but I thought... it doesn't really matter if I do go down here or not. I mean, I've only got a little bit of health, right? So on this set, Vespin actually gets hit 3 times. I would have loved that the first turn, and it's going to get some more Leech Seed damage. And I'm going to go down to the burn and the Leech Seed. So it's like, bugger. So Pheromosa's down. So unfortunately, triple kick only hit landed once. It's one of those moves, like it's like triple axle. Every hit is a separate hit. So it can hit once, it can hit twice, and of course it can hit 3 times. So I was like, okay, let's go into Katana and go for the Steel Beam. And unfortunately here, right, the Vespin is going to be a Dynamax Vespin. So like, no, I want him to get the KO. So I wanted to see how much damage this would actually do, right? That is one big B, right? Like the amount of honey you could get out of that, you could harvest honey for like 10 years. So anyway, go for the Steel Beam there on the Vespin. And I'd say, judging on the damage there, that would have almost taken it out in one shot if it wasn't Dynamax. Very, very close. So we got the Max Airstream in there. Obviously, nothing's there, so it's not going to get it. Now, my next Pokemon to swap in is Celesteela. And this is very, very important, right? When you see the Pokemon that I've got left on my team. It's Buzzwell, right? Now, Buzzwell is not going to really like bursting this Pokemon at all. It's got a flying type move. So I was thinking, okay, what I've desperately got to do this, right? I've got to go for a Toxic. I've got a Poisoner, right? That is number 1. I know that I can pretty much tank all of the hits that Vespa can do to me. It doesn't have a great array of like moves against a Steel type, right? And also it had to set up the Sand too, which actually favored my Celesteela, which is nice. It sort of did that to get damage, right? It doesn't have very many good moves. Like, it's got like a Bug type move, a Flying type move, which are both like very, very useless, right? So here comes another Rockfall. Go for damage on my Celesteela once again. I know that I can live like another 2 or 3 of them there. And now I'm going to go for the block, right? So Vespin will not be able to swap out, and it is going to be getting poisoned and hit by the Sandstorm over and over. So all I've got to do now is go for a simple Leech Seed, and it's going to be down in like 1 or 2 turns, right? And the Sandstorm has also helped me at the same time, which is very, very good. So the Dynamax is going to wear off now, and the good thing about it, my opponent has used the Dynamax, and I have not. So I do have some form of clutch to come back into this game, possibly. So here comes the Power Gem there. I went for Leech Seed, and of course, it's going to miss. So Vespin is going to be able to live, I guess, for another extra turn than it was before. I mean, get some extra damage off with the Power Gem. Now, we got that Venusaur, right? I can't do anything to Venusaur. I've got Diggersby as well, and I've got Stoutland. So there's still quite a few Pokemon I've got to deal with, and there's one other Pokemon too that sort of scares me a little bit. I wasn't sure what sort of moveset was going to be right. So finally, I get a Leech Seed off against the Vespin there, and Vespin's going to go down to the Sand, Poison, the Leech Seed, or whatever. You know, it's going to go down to one of those things. It can't escape my Celesteela's damage for this long run. Celesteela is actually a very cool shiny Pokemon too. It looks like really nice, like the white on the nice mint. I guess it's like a minty green sort of color. So regardless, Vespin is going to faint. I'm going to get some extra recover on the leftovers. Imagine if leftovers did damage you. So in comes Venusaur. I knew this would come in. So at this point, it's like, what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to let the Venusaur put me to sleep. Because I do not want my Buzzwole to go to sleep, right? So we got 3 minutes left of this battle, right? I want to say one thing. I hate the 20-minute timer. I've been saying it since day 1. So what I'm going to do, right, is I've got to swap out my Celesteela right here. I'm going to get an extra round of leftovers before I can actually do that too. So back to half health now. So, okay, this is alright. This is actually not too bad. So now I'm going to go into my Buzzwole. So Buzzwole, right, as you people know, is this very, very bulky set. So Venusaur is going to go for a Leech Seed, right? So I'm like, okay, Leech Seed's not going to really bother me too much because once Buzzwole gets a couple of boosts up, right, I've got a lot of sustain with Drain Punch and Leech Life, right? So I'm not actually that worried about that at all. So Venusaur is going to be swapping out here, and the next Pokemon we got is the Diggersby. So I'm like, okay, I'm very, very happy to finally have the chance to finally take this thing out. It's been hopping around the whole time. So over Dynamax Buzzwole here, we had like 2 minutes, I think, left of the battle to go, and Buzzwole is going to be big, and it's going to be intimidating, man. Look at those biceps. Look at those beautiful, beautiful biceps. This actually looks amazing. Such a cool design Pokemon. I really, really like the Ultra Beast, for sure. So here we go. We're going to go for a, this is coming off Drain Punch, a Max Knuckle. Now, this is coming off like a bit of a higher base power move, the Power Punch. And Diggersby finally goes down. I finally took this annoying Grass Rabbit out in this battle. Like, it took so long. And I honestly felt good after taking it. It trolled me for the whole time. So I'm going to get a Beast Berserk, actually bolstering up my defense and bolstering up my attack from the Max Knuckle. Next Pokemon is the Stoutland. So like, okay, Stoutland's going to definitely go for a, get the Intimidate off. It's going to go for Retaliate, right? So here comes the Retaliate. Does no damage to me whatsoever. And I can go for the Max Knuckle here on the Stoutland. So we got 45 seconds of this battle left. It actually managed to live on like 1 health or something like that. So like, okay, that's not too bad. I can go for another Max Knuckle and get like another like, you know, +1 in attack and get another like +1 in defense, right? So Leech Seed is going to get a little bit of damage. I didn't even see the animation. It was like so big and small, right? Oh, the seeds are so small and the Buzzwole was so big, right? So it's going to crit me again with the Retaliate, or crit me with the Retaliate. I can go for a Max Knuckle here and take the Stoutland out. Now, there was one Pokemon left apart from the Venusaur, right? Remember, I still had Celesteela left, which was a bulky, toxic trapping set, right? And there was still a Togekiss left. Now, this Togekiss, as the last Pokemon, was a physical set and had a flying type move. Now, it had to actually crit me to take me out here. That was the question. And unfortunately, we are going to get timer stalled here out at the end. I don't know who would have won that battle. Who do you think would have won? Let me know in the comment section of the video. Unfortunately, I could have had Ice Punch as well waiting for it, but there's nothing I could have done there. The timer ran us both out. Great battle, though. Hope you enjoyed this one. All 3 battles, people. I'll catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace out.